So I'm just sat here in my office looking at the price of Bitcoin and the price of Ethereum. I've got trades open at the moment on GMT, on Polkadot, on Ethereum and on Bitcoin, and I thought I'd give you a bit of a rundown on what I'm expecting to happen from now, because Bitcoin's price has been steady, pretty much stagnant since it hit $16,750, and the price of Ethereum has also been pretty stagnant. Now it's hit $1,220. Of course, we have major levels of resistance that are probably going to stop us making a straight line to the moon. It's not to be expected that we do that this year. Don't get it misconstrued. We are short-term trading here. These are short-term trades that I'm taking. I do have longer-term trades, like my long position on Bitcoin from 15,600, but for now I'm doing short-term trades to scalp, to make a profit in the short term, so that then we can invest for the long term in altcoins. That's my strategy going forward into the next bull run, and I expect to be very, very profitable over the next 18 months to 2-year period. And if you want to join me on that journey, slap a like on this video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We make daily videos here on the channel, and this is where I'll be posting the bulk of my trading content from now on. So make sure you are subscribed with channel notifications turned on. Now, the first thing we need to talk about in today's video is, of course, the price of Bitcoin. We discussed it earlier today. How has it moved so far today? Well, really not so much. Since we last spoke, the price of Bitcoin had shot up to around here. It dumped down a little bit, and now we're rising back towards the top. Now, currently, Bitcoin essentially looks to be bull flagging outwards. This is a bit of a flag. It's not the world's best flag, but we do seem to be maintaining this uptrend right here, which is good news, to be honest, on the hourly chart. However, if we to zoom out on the hourly chart, I think what's more important for Bitcoin is the overall downtrend. And at what point does that downtrend break? Well, we're actually incredibly close to breaking this downtrend within an overall downtrend. We're not close to breaking the major downtrend like we have done on Ethereum, where this yellow line right here represents kind of 18 months of solid downwards trading. On Bitcoin, we've got a little bit more to go. If we were to break the downtrend on Bitcoin, let's go ping, ping, ping. In fact, no, actually, I'm wrong. We've actually broken that downtrend, that 18-month downtrend. However, in fact, that actually looks pretty decent on a chart, being that we came down, we broke out, we came down, retested the outside, and now we're trading sideways. From my perspective right now, I believe that the wick-off formation will actually play out. Now, the reason I believe the wick-off formation will play out is because it seems like the most likely scenario. Wick-off formation basically says, look, we trade sideways for a while. We go up, we go down. It's important to be open to both sides of the market right now. Don't be just bearish or don't be just bullish. Understand that we're going to have some chop, and that's what I'm expecting, and that's what I'm expecting to trade as well. Now, if we look back on this chart right here, essentially the level of which I'm waiting for Bitcoin to break above is, first of all, this one right here, approximately 16,800, but the key one would be this one right here, around $17,000. If we break through this $17,000 level right here, then essentially we would expect the price of Bitcoin to bounce upwards, come back down, then kind of start trending back to the upside. And I think a lot of people are actually coming on side with me at this point in time, that we expect the price of Bitcoin to touch this level right here before any more major downwards pressure. That level is currently sitting at about $18,400, hence why I've positioned myself in a few long positions that I'm going to show you right now. The first long position that I want to show you is this one right here. Oh no, this is a short position actually that's currently in a loss. I've got several long positions anyway. The main one being this Bitcoin long position right here. So if we look at my Bitcoin long position, I got a bad entry. I'll be fully admitting of that. I got a bad entry. I got tempted in too soon onto this position. At all cost, averaged it down just a little bit, but for the most part I've just held on to it because it's not really crazy leverage that I'm using on this. It's really quite minimal leverage, to be honest. Now, if we look back at the trade, where did I place my trade? Well, if we look on the daily chart, I actually placed my trade a few days ago now. Let's just make that so you can see it a little bit better. I placed my trade approximately around these points right here, and throughout the entire Christmas period we had a dip down. Now we're rising back up, and my trade will likely cross break even at some point within the next 24 to 48 hour period. At that point in time, I'd still like to hold on to this position. I feel like this position is quite a good position. It is for a lot of money. It's for about $270,000. But say that we have a 10% rise in the price of Bitcoin to approximately $18,000. I would expect that I will make a decent amount of money off that. In fact, at $17,500, I'll make about $27,000 of profit, which is fantastic. But that's also why we trade. You can also lose $27,000. Don't forget about that side of things. Like, trading is not guaranteed money, and of course, the capital is at risk as always. So make sure you're trading with money that you can afford to lose in the first place. But for me right now, I'm long on Bitcoin. That Bitcoin long position that you see on the screen is in a loss. I'm also in a different Bitcoin long position on a different account, and I also have this Ethereum long position that we opened up up down here at $1,200, the current price being $1,220. Don't forget, the offers in today's video description are ending very, very soon when it comes to BYBIT and BITGET. Both of them have got very nice sign-up bonuses on offer, so check that out. Link in today's video description, as well as a link to both my trading group and my altcoin research group, both of which are free to join. You're more than welcome to join those. Link in today's video description. Moving back on from that though, why did I decide to take out a Polkadot long position? Well, from my perspective, Polkadot is really down bad. Also, we've got a continuous squeeze of these Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands, I don't care. I don't care how to pronounce it. The point is, these are squeezing right now. And in the past, always, when Bollinger Bands squeeze together, you tend to get a breakout. Now, from my perspective, Polkadot is about as low as it'll possibly go. It doesn't seem to be dumping anymore, and we're pretty much back at ICO price. A little bit higher than ICO price, but not much higher than ICO price. And if you look at the daily chart the hourly chart, for Polkadot, you can see that we've made an inverse head and shoulders reversal pattern right here, and we're currently knocking on the door of another breakout. The breakout above this level right here on Polkadot, about, 4.54 would be the level of which we need to break above. I'm long since 4.5, the exact price of where we're at right now, and I can show you that trade. If we go back over to BYBIT and I click on the trade right here, this is my Polkadot position right here. You can see it's $12 in a profit right now, and right next to that Bitcoin trade that's in a bit of a loss. But yeah, my liquidation point on this is 3, and my stop loss for this trade I'm going to place at 4. That would be a 10% loss, but I'm only using 1x leverage on this trade with approximately $11,200 of my own money. Now, when it comes to Polkadot, why Polkadot? Well, of course, I'm expecting to break above this level of resistance. It's been a long time since Polkadot challenged or broke above a level of resistance, and the new year makes perfect sense for us to break above these levels. Now, if we go over to the 4-hour chart to get a little bit more perspective, understand that there is a huge gap. This is one of the reasons why I'm quite optimistic about Polkadot. There's a huge gap here, and this gap is worth approximately 11.33%. So my trade could end up making a significant amount of profit from literally just a move up to $5 from $4.50. From my perspective on Polkadot is a coin that's worth at least $5, being that it's had a significant amount of investment into the network, and I expect significant growth from Polkadot over the next kind of 12 months in terms of user adoption since the fall of Solana. I think we'll see a lot of projects moving towards Polkadot and Polkadot parachains, so I think that's well worth paying attention to. And in the altcoin video coming up, I'll be talking about Polkadot, and I'll be talking about another coin called Moonbeam. Moonbeam is a really interesting spring off from the back of Polkadot, and it's a coin that I hold a lot of in expectation of it doing very, very well in the future. I'd also like to point out another level that you've got to keep an eye on for Polkadot, which would be this kind of solid downtrend that we've got at these levels right here. So it would essentially springboard upwards and then back to this level right here. About $5 is where we would stop. We'd probably get rejected to the underside and then start trying to break to the upside. As far as I'm concerned though, when you start going up these time frames, like to the daily time frame, we zoom back in on this chart, what you can see here is a bullish divergence forming on the chart where you've got falling price and rising RSI. It doesn't really seem too clear on the lower time frames, but if you look at it here, it seems a bit more clear. The RSI, for just reduce the size of it, you can see we dip down really low here despite the price being higher, and then when the price dips lower, the RSI is higher. We have a confirmed bullish divergence on Polkadot. Another reason that I am long right now. There's a whole host of reasons, not all technical, some fundamental as well. I do like to mix fundamental analysis with technical analysis. I don't believe that just looking at lines on charts you can predict the direction of which things are going. I believe there's a huge amount of fundamental analysis required in order to be a good trader in cryptocurrency. And if you want to be a good trader in crypto, just slap a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. We're shooting for 100,000 subscribers this year on TMG Trades YouTube channel, so make sure you are subscribed and have liked today's video. And on that note, guys, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did enjoy it, slap a like on it. See you in the next one. Goodbye.